Hey,
Oh,
how's
good.
it going?
Hi. How are you?
Doing well, and you?
Good. I'm good. How's your day going?
Uh, it's all right.
Yeah,
Off to an okay start. Kind of going slow, but
that's pretty
it'll get on.
nice. All right. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Do you want to just quickly introduce yourself to people who maybe didn't see your post or something?
Oh yeah. So hey guys, I'm Jordan Morris. I'm a soccer player at Huntington University in Huntington, Indiana, and I'm a business major. And as many soccer players do, I love soccer.
All right. Well, if you're ready, we can get started with the questions.
Awesome.
Perfect. And of course, anybody watching, if you have questions along the way, feel free to ask them. I'll try to catch them down below. But just to start, could you just tell us about your background when you started playing soccer? How old were you?
Yeah. So I actually started playing soccer when I was 6 years old. I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota,
Hmm.
and what would happen is like during recess, a lot of my friends from Thailand, they would go outside and play, and Minnesota's always cold, so the only option really in the winter is hockey,
Hmm.
um, ice and all that. So like we'd end up, we put on our gloves, we dig out the snow, take away the ice, and we'd end up like using the snow to make goals, and we'd play. So after that, I ended up moving to Virginia,
Hmm.
and in Virginia, my oldest brother was like, "Hey, man, we got to get you out on the soccer field." And
Hmm.
I was a pretty fast kid, so I was like, "Why not?" So that's where I really fell in love with soccer.
Nice. That's a
Yeah,
nice change of temperature.
yeah. From cold
Uh,
to heat.
yeah. Oh my God. All right. Did you always know that you wanted to play in college?
Um, yes, but I think the problem with how I looked at everything was I always thought like Division 1 had to be everything in life. So I knew I wanted to play, but I kind of had like false hope to play Division 1 soccer when that really wasn't the plan for me. So, but yeah, I always wanted to play college soccer.
Did you play any other sports? In high-
So in high school, um, I played basketball and I ran track. I was going to kick for the football team and play wide receiver because I played football in my youth days, like early youth days, and then I also played a little hockey when I was younger.
Mhm.
Um, but nothing was like soccer for some reason.
Did you play? Were you a multi-sport athlete throughout high school, or did you only do
So
soccer?
for 3 years, I went to a Catholic school in Indiana, and I played soccer in the fall, basketball in the winter, and then track. I ran track in the spring. Um, and when I got to my senior year, I decided to transfer to prep school.
Okay.
And at prep school, I only played soccer.
Okay.
So yeah, I was a three-sport athlete before my senior year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the recruitment process like for you? When did that start?
It was rough. It was rough. Like I said, I was so focused on trying to go D1, so I would literally like go to these little like expensive websites and waste money on camps and stuff. And I got to my senior year and I really didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Luckily, on one of the websites, um, one of my coaches at the school I'm at now found me, and he ended up coming to my prep school, watching me play with our head coach, and things took off from there. And then after that, that was my first offer, so it was an NAIA offer.
Yeah.
And then I got a few D3 offers,
Hmm.
and that was kind of rough. Like I didn't really know that D3 schools don't offer like full scholarships and stuff, so it was hard. And then senior year, like I was just holding on to that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk on to some D1 school, blah blah blah. So for a little bit, I emailed Michigan State, and they're willing to offer me a walk on spot as a defender, but that really wasn't going to work for me either. It would just be a waste of time. So yeah, the recruiting process was, I don't know, it was kind of difficult. I made it difficult on myself, but I was blessed with the opportunity I have now and playing NAIA soccer and love it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's great. So what were some things that you were looking for in a school and in a team?
Okay, so I'm very social, and I always dreamed of being in like a big city, just being around, you know, a diverse group of people and just trying to love everyone. So I was really looking for a huge school. Like I was trying to go to, I mean, here we have Indiana University.
Yeah.
I was trying to go to something like that. But then I started to think, and I was like, okay, like I want to be a business major. What happens if I get too comfortable in an environment like that? Like I'll lose myself.
Yeah.
So that's where I started to think, okay, maybe like going to an NAIA school is right for me because I could have a mixture of doing what I need to do and also, you know, like getting out and seeing the city and having fun when I need to, you know, instead of just losing myself and having fun all the time,
Yeah.
which isn't bad. But...
I know. I was just about to say that sometimes it can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse.
Right.
Yeah. Good to have that balance, though.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, what made you officially decide on the school that you did? What was that deciding factor that you came up with?
I'd say the deciding factor is the fact that the coaches came to my tournament. We were playing in like it was like a national tournament of the top, I think 5 schools in the country was in our bracket. Like according to Top Drawer Soccer, it's this website that ranks teams. And they came to this tournament. It was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and my school was in Chattanooga. And it's about I think from Indiana, where we are, to Gatlinburg is maybe like a 8 to 10 hour drive. And they drove to come and see me.
Wow.
And yeah, I played. That was my best high school game. I actually had 3 goals that game.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they were there to see everything, and I just felt good. And I told myself that night, I was like, I'm committing here. Like I'm not going to tell anybody, but this is for me, and I just knew it. So
Did
that
you
was the moment.
talk to them after the game?
Yes, I talked to them after, and they were just super excited. They were like, this is what we wanted to see. Like this is awesome. And I don't know, it felt surreal for me because like that was the most confident I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So who were some people who helped you with the decision process or with the just kind of the process in general? Who was there to help you?
So my oldest brother, he kind of played like the father role in my life. He kind of kept giving me reality checks. Because like every time I talk about going D1 or walking on, he'd be like, bro, like you can do this, but you know you're not getting paid to go to school. Like you're gonna be in debt. And then also like my coaches, they put things into perspective for me, like my youth coaches and stuff. And then like family, friends, they would help me too. Like more of like thinking about, okay, when soccer's gone, what are you gonna have later in life? And that's where the academic side comes into play.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, just all those people.
That's good to have that circle of just another eye on it because it's tough when you're all alone doing that.
Right.
All right. So what do you think is your favorite thing about being a student athlete?
My favorite thing about being a student athlete, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that's universal, like I think about universal things a lot. And for all athletes in college, I think the joy of just being able to step up to the next level and play your sport. And it's like, it's greater than playing for a high school because, yeah, like every team you play for, you know, you're going to have a team, a name on your, you know, front of your shirt and blah, blah, blah. You're playing for them and their culture. But when it comes to the collegiate level, you're playing for something greater, you know?
Yeah.
You're not just going to school, like you're going to compete for a national championship, all this type of different stuff, you know? And then the greatest thing is fans, you know? As you succeed or if you succeed well, you know, people are going to follow you and want to be around you and talk to you. And that's the greatest thing about it. And I don't think like many high school athletes have the kind of exposure that's available for the collegiate world. So it's different.
Yeah. I think the bond with your college team is in most cases a lot stronger than high school because you're living with those people and it's just, it's heightened.
Right.
So what has your or what was like because of COVID, what were your restrictions that you
Okay, so I mean, the best way I can explain it was that, one, we have this thing. I'll start with J term. So we have January term in my school, and
Okay.
basically what happens is it's like a break to kind of just take one class,
Mm-hmm.
and recuperate before, or revive, or I don't know, regenerate, whatever the word is. Get yourself together before you get to the next semester.
Mm-hmm.
So for J term this year, no one was allowed to be on campus except in-season athletes. So that's like your basketball, track, all that, softball, baseball. And then in general, like there's just so many rules. Like in our dining hall, you have to separate. We had to wear masks, which I expressed to my coach. I was like, look, man, like love you to death, but this mask thing, I'm not doing it in practice. Like I feel like something's holding me back. Like I have asthma and stuff. Like it just feel weird. So we didn't have to wear masks. We just had to wear like the little neck gaiters around our neck and stuff, which was cool. But I'd say like it's just, I don't know, I hate it. Just in general, the whole entire pandemic, it's just messing up everything. Like I think the important thing that we all have to focus on is just staying strong, mentally. I've just talked to a lot of students and other athletes, and they just say it's like hard, and depressing not to be able to go out there and like play in front of your families or play for fans. Like it's hard. So just seeing like the way everyone's dealing with everything and like all that's going on in this country, I hope and pray for better days.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about next season? Do you have any like next steps that you know of that you're gonna take?
So I was hoping to play like semi-pro soccer.
Nice.
Wasn't really my plan. I don't think I'm like that talented to be playing at the professional level, but I think I have the heart to. And I'm not doing that anymore. I tried out, didn't go well. Although I'm a junior and I have a little company called Footy Central that I've been working with, and I hope we hit like 5,000 followers by the summer, and eventually I'll monetize it, and we'll start selling shirts and doing more for the community. Like I know that I want to give my heart to the game, and I have 2 more years of eligibility, so within those 2 years of eligibility, I'll just continue to try to give my heart to the game.
That's great. That's really good. So what is your personal goal for this new year?
For the school year? My personal goal is to genuinely love people. I've always been that type of person that's been like, okay, hey, if I show you this type of love, you definitely have to show me the same,
Yeah.
And it's not about that. Like you just always have to love people, and that's the key.
That's great. That's really good. So do you have any advice for people who are either starting the recruitment process or in the recruitment process or want to start it? Do you have any advice for them?
One, learn how to do things on your own. There are so many ways to cut corners in your recruiting process. You could literally talk to people. You could go online and find a coach's email address. Although recruiting services are a faster way to get you moving forward in your recruiting process, you can definitely sit there on your iPhone and use iMovies or Android or whatever and create a little reel. You can, like I said, go online and find a coach's email address or do more, and then work hard. During the recruiting process, it's easy to, focus on the end goal. Like, stop focusing on the end goal. Focus on what's going on right now. Keep working, keep practicing. Don't give up.
That's really good advice. Well, that is all the questions that I have. Do you want to say anything to the people watching or tell them about your Instagram or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I definitely will. So, hey, guys, Footy Central, we are just a big family. My partner's not here. His name's Noah Stanford. He's from Canada. He's also my teammate, and we own it together. I founded Footy Central, and it's just all about love, regardless of the level and regardless of the gender, male, female. We love everyone, and we split our segments up equally throughout the weekend or week and weekend to show love to all parts of soccer, and we just hope to grow. So go ahead and follow at Footy Central.
That's great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me and for answering all my questions.
I appreciate it. Could I take a screenshot of us if that's okay with
yeah.
you? That.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Bye.